It's a beautiful Sunday morning here in Bengaluru and I am at key motor dealership of Tata Motors. The reason is that we are having another Nexon EV drive, but here this time it's for the owners who bought it from the key motor dealership. So all the owners will be driving the respective vehicles from the dealership to Nueva Premium Resort. As the Nexon EV owners started to arrive at the showroom, they were handed over the form to fill all the details including the existing battery level along with few other details. After noting down the details, each Nexon EV was given a number and the same was mentioned on the doors of each car so that it can be easy to identify the cars once we start our drive. After filling the forms, the customers also got some time to interact with each other to share their ownership experience of the Nexon EV. While waiting for all the customers to arrive at the showroom, it was pre-decided that Mr. and Mrs. Vaibhav would take the delivery of their brand new Nexon EV and start their electrifying journey with this mileage drive. Once all the owners arrived, there was a small briefing session regarding the drive, and during this time, Mr. Sandeep, who is the regional manager from Tata Motors head office, also shared a few words with the customers.
As a journey this goes through, when all of you share your views and thoughts, you'll also get to know many different things about electrification. That's our complete objective to have this mileage rally. So we pick a route, we pick point A to point B. People come along with their families individually, etc. Drive from point A to point B in the best possible manner. Somebody do it as a joyride. Somebody says, I don't want to participate in a rally. I just want to enjoy this whole occasion of this journey. So that's the whole objective of this mileage rally that we're doing this. Enjoy the moment. In the meanwhile, see how you can get the best mileage. Yeah.
Once the briefing session was completed, all the vehicles lined up one behind the other and soon the event was flagged off. In order to create an awareness among the audience, it was decided to drive inside the city and drive to the destination rather than opting for the nice toll road where there is less crowd. As we started off the drive, all the owners maintained a proper convoy in the city, and as the Nexon EVs passed through the garden city, it was terrific to watch these Nexon EVs sparkle through the city roads, and at the same time it also made the onlookers to turn their heads and witness the convoy. If we have a look at the technicalities of the Nexon EV, the vehicle gets a 30.2 kWh battery pack that is connected to a 129 PS motor that produces 245 Nm of torque. As per the ARAI testing standards, the vehicle is certified to travel 312 km. But in order to see what would be the real world range of the Nexon EV, we did the test in real world conditions by driving the vehicle up to 0% to find out what would be the exact range that one can expect in city. You can watch that video by clicking on the I button at the top right corner of your screen. As the roads got busier, it was a bit difficult to maintain a proper convoy as we progressed with the drive. Nonetheless, all the cars made it to the Nueva Premium Cafe on time and the final battery level and the range was noted down. After a pleasant full drive, the customers got some time to relax and soon the breakfast was served. With a lot of open space and greenery all around, the cafe was definitely a perfect spot for all the owners and their kids to enjoy in between the nature when compared to the urban jungle. After the breakfast, Mr. Sandeep announced the runner-up and the winner for the Nexon EV Mileage Challenge.
We'll start with the runners-up. That's Mr. Santosh. He got an extrapolative range of 341 kilometers, and that comes up to almost taking a charge of about 12% of the battery for 40.9 kilometers. So when we drove from the showroom to here, it's 40.9 kilometers. Please come. The winner, quite close, I would say, just a gap of 1 kilometer. And this gentleman took about 11% for 40.9 kilometers, and that's Mr. B.N. Gupta.
Now it was time to hand over the certificates and also the gifts for all the owners who had participated in the event.
Next is Rajesh, 316 316. Thank you, sir. Next is Mr. Indradhanush, again 316.
In the meantime, we also got some time to speak with the owners to find out the ownership experience of the Nexon EV.
Hi, I'm Rajesh. I'm glad that Key Motors and Tata Motors have organized this event. I think it was very interesting because for one thing, I realized I was getting a range that's better than the slated ARAI range right today. It was fairly real world conditions, which was an important thing because there was traffic, there were bad roads, there were speed breakers, you name it. But in this setting, I actually had a fairly comfortable drive. The experience was great. I had no stress of driving because it's silent, it's smooth. I don't have to worry about shifting gears or sitting on the clutch. So on the whole, it's been a fantastic experience. The team has been very supportive. Mr. Sandeep also answered a lot of, and Mr. Anil from Tata Motors were here. So they kind of answered a lot of questions that we had. So it was a good, educative, enjoyable session, and I thank the whole team for arranging this whole event. Overall, a fantastic car. I would still recommend anyone else who wants to decide between an EV and a nice car to go for the Nexon EV. It's worth every bit. Thank you.
There's a lot of things that I want to share with you guys because driving an electric vehicle is really fun. It is something which is very comfortable, very smooth, and having these kind of events, especially from Key Motors, makes us feel like part of the company. It's like you don't feel that you're just a customer. You don't feel like you've bought the vehicle and the sale is done. This shows that you're constantly remembered, you're constantly engaged, and right from the sales team, the service team, everybody are in touch with you. We have that comfort level to call them up anytime that we want and ask them for anything. That is the kind of comfort level that we have, and the event was amazing. We had a very nice drive. It is definitely one of the best ways to kick off a Sunday, and it has been very well organized. And I mean, I have so much to share, but I can't, so I think this should do. I mean, we had a wonderful time. Thank you, Key Motors, thank you, Tata Motors, and thank you, Nexon EV.
At the end, it was time for a group photo, and soon it was time to call it a day. After a day well spent, all the owners were very happy to be a part of such a special event organized by Tata Motors and Key Motors. With a big smile on their faces and also the pride of having contributing zero to the emission norms and also saving the environment, all the EV owners departed from the Nueva Premium Cafe and headed back homes. With this technologically advanced product and a full 5-star global NCAP rating, Tata Motors is definitely going to win hearts of all those who drive the vehicle and who own them. Thank you so much for tuning in to another video, and we'll see you in the next one.